this works, because tonight is me and Simon, and we are stuck somewhere in the middle of Warwickshire. I think Warwickshire, Worcestershire border.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, so we're somewhere near Stratford upon Avon. We know what's happened in the cricket today, although we've been busy playing golf, haven't we?
Yeah. Some playing better than others.
Well, we won't go into that just yet. Well, we might touch upon that later, because it probably suits me more than Simon, to be honest. But yeah, straight into it. India versus Australia. Now, I drove you to said Stratford upon Avon. Sorry, a couple of Carlsbergs and a couple of San Miguel's later this morning. And I said to you, look, I think there's a bit of a problem. We know there's a problem with 50 over cricket globally.
Yeah.
And I said to you, do India need to win this World Cup in order for the 50 over format to survive?
Well, my response was, no, I think it's knackered anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And because I do, I just think you look at T20 cricket the way it is now, the way it's not the shortest format. Kind of, you've had T10s leagues, you've got the 100 and stuff like that that's coming in. You look at the IPL and the game takes 5 hours to play. So I'm really struggling to see where this 50 over cricket fits in. There's too much dead time in it. Especially when they prepare wickets like they prepared at the last 2 World Cups.
Yep.
And I think that's, we know what happens. The ICC take over the grounds and everything else. So I also don't know who it fits anymore. But you look at the T20 World Cup, which all the minnows get to play in. You look at the 50 over games that there are in certain countries, and we let's judge it by England and where they've been recently, and they're at the smaller grounds, they're at the outgrounds. Who is it targeting? It's I don't know where it falls, and it's sad to say that, because I think one day cricket, 50 over cricket, has had a very good place. I think it's had a good run, and you look at from when it came in back in the 70s and the West Indies sides and stuff like that. What do you think?
It doesn't seem to be a focus. And I think that's the big problem with it. There doesn't seem to be any kind of focus towards it. We discussed on the podcast a couple of weeks ago when I think Eugene asked us, are people going to be happy to pay the price of a ticket to go and watch England's B-side? And that, I know they were kind of preparing for the World Cup and they were probably in training camp anyway, but I just don't think there's enough focus put on it to allow it to continue to be seen as important as T20, which is obviously the kind of format of choice at the minute. It's like the cool format, isn't it? And my feet stink, by the way. I'm really sorry because I've just taken my golf shoes off and they're ranted. But yeah, it's a funny one. I genuinely think it's Simon starts exploring all of my
these are teeth whitening
like charcoal powder. It's good damn stuff. Anyway, Simon's basically working his way through my smelly section. That sounds really bad. What I meant by that was like aftershave and that kind of stuff. Just to see what I've got here with us in
smells better than his feet.
Welcome. Yes. So yeah, no, I do think the game's in trouble. I think the 50 over game is in trouble, but we shall.
Do you think it's a bad thing that it's in trouble?
I think the game needs a refresh every now and again. I think that look, we as amateurs we play 50 over cricket. Right, so that's the thing that we can most liken ourselves to in terms of the professional game. Certainly those of us who's never had a chance, or obviously you got a lot closer to it than I ever did. But I think it'll be a shame for our generation to see something that we're so familiar with to disappear. But yeah, so on to today's game. Obviously a monster fixture for the first game for both of these sides in the tournament, being India and Australia. Australia won the toss and chose to bat. That we thought was interesting, didn't we, on the way down?
Yeah. It just seems strange compared to what's happened in the tournament. We've obviously, if people have heard us discuss over the last sort of 3 reviews that we've done, it seems to favour the teams batting second. And I think that's, you look at the result, other than the fact that they were 10 for 3, I think that's come out to sort of play its part within that.
But would they due have come down by the time the game was finished?
I don't know. There seems to be a lot of... What we can say is, and without being Michael Fish and knowing the weather reports, and
I mean, he didn't do it that successfully, did he?
He got it wrong once. He got it cataclysmically. But without sort of knowing exactly what's going off with the Germans, you would say that so far in the tournament, in most of the games, batting second as favoured team. Obviously, South Africa got 400 and whatever batting first yesterday, but I don't know. It struck me as I was surprised, and if someone asked me why I was surprised, I couldn't probably answer them. But I was surprised that they did bat first, given what's gone off.
Yeah.
And then when you saw how they started up batting, which we did get to, we did see a little bit at the start. It wasn't exactly like you said they were proactive. It was it looked like they were trying to get 260.
Yeah. Which has been proven not to be enough.
Not to be enough.
Yeah.
So it was a strange one for me. Like looking at the scorecards, David Warner, who I did see get in and get out, like he looked like he looked like he was trying to play the Quinton de Kock kind of innings that was played yesterday. I think it's almost, and this is where for me they're trying to take it back to the old style of one-day cricket where 280. Well, it wasn't enough for England, but it's that kind of get your way to a score, try and defend it, and then by the pitches or the circumstances that dictate that. So, which I think is backwards when you look at the groups.
I was having a look at Super Brew earlier. I was trying to have a look at Super Brew. Because,
I've done really well.
Yeah, well, I mean, you were dead last out of everybody before today. I don't know what's happened today. Yeah, Simon, you can have a look at that while I'm waffling. But yeah, all of Eugene and Eugene's pals. Oh, Simon's got a pleasant, surprised look on his face.
I'm not last anymore.
No? Are you last out of three of us?
Oh, most. I got 2 points.
2 points. Okay.
2 points.
And that was India.
India to win.
Comfortable.
I think I had comfortable. Let me just check. I had an advert.
Perfect. Which is just what you want when you're recording a live podcast. Perfect.
No, I think I did back India to win, but I did. People need to be aware. I did my predictions after a beer or three.
Yes.
A while ago. So I had India easy.
India easy. Interesting. I can't remember what I had. I had India, and I was panicking when they were 10 for 3.
Well, there's only four of us that got it right.
Who was that? Me? You?
No, you didn't. F-Bat did. Tonto and My Little Pony.
Oh, okay. I had chosen India, though, hadn't I?
Yeah, you got India
comfortable rather than India easy. Yeah, fair enough. Okay. But I think when, I panicked a little bit because I saw Sharma got a 6-ball duck. Ishan Kishan got a first baller. Then Shuras Iyer got a 3-ball duck or something. But obviously King Kohli, 85 red. KL Rahul found some form, 97 red. And I think Pandya was 11 red at the end of it.
I was going to have Rahul as one of my picks for the runs because I think he can play the kind of holding, supporting innings. He's not a dasher by any stretch.
What did his 97 come off?
115.
Okay,
so that is it.
Steady.
It's more like that old school kind of one-day innings, and I think that's what it's coming like. You look at Virat Kohli, 85 off 116.
Yeah.
Strara 73, no sixes. I mean, even KO Rahul cleared the boundary, and then Pandya's come in and boshed it for 11. But it doesn't strike me as that type of. The pitches don't strike me as that kind of going clear out, bang it. It's and we had this conversation earlier. Is can the guys them knocking it around early doors? It's still scoring. We use yesterday's example. It's still scoring at 5.5 and over.
Yeah. And
I said to you, I'd maybe consider the guys on the one getting them tighter early doors. So you are putting a bit more pressure with your field on. Well, you look at South Africa yesterday, went at 5s early doors without really playing many shots, and then cashed in towards the end when we all agree that Sri Lanka didn't necessarily bowl very well.
Agreed, yeah.
But I don't know, it's interesting. Like you'd say that today. Is that an expected result? Is that a result you'd have expected? Would you have gone India comfortable win or India easy win?
I went India comfortable. I just think India in their own conditions.
Fantastic. Like 6 weeks ago, I think Australia against South Africa and Australia in some of the prelim games did play out the skin. But I don't know. For me, it's just I'm finding it hard to get into this tournament.
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
as someone that loves cricket and loves watching cricket and loves being around cricket, I think the pitches don't. Obviously, South Africa got 400, but you look at England struggling their way to 290. You look at where the game was.
Afghanistan.
Pakistan,
Whatever it was. No, Pakistan, Netherlands, wasn't it?
Oh, Pakistan, Netherlands, yeah. Afghanistan, Bangladesh, sorry. Yeah. And it just everything looks like a struggle. And I don't think it's because the bowlers are bowling ridiculously well. And this is someone that I've always championed bowlers.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't think it is because of that. It's because the pitches are indifferent. Whether that's because of this red-black soil situation.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I think red soil turns prodigiously.
Whichever, I mean, whatever soil they put down in India, I don't think it's going to be an absolute green dukes around everywhere, is it?
No.
But
no.
I don't know. I'm finding it a struggle to get into. As with me and you had a bit of conversation the other day about the Rugby World Cup. For me, it's too long.
Yeah.
7-8 weeks is too long for this kind of tournament.
And I think this, for me, it's
Don't
almost...
take your socks off
I've
as
taken
well.
my socks off now. I've got this thing about socks, sorry. I think for me, the thing is that it's hard to get enthused about something when a home crowd obviously isn't enthused about it. And I think that's, this is a global event. It should be one of the showpiece cricket events every, 4 years or whatever it is.
For any children watching, I'm definitely not snorting straight from an aerosol.
No, well, we've got no video. Look, we were audio only, to be fair. But yeah, I just think that it's quite hard to get into it because I just don't think there's enough interest in it.
I think it's weird, isn't it? I know it's on Sky. Has it been massively advertised? I'm someone that watches Sky Sports the majority of the time I'm watching telly.
Yeah.
Has it been pushed on there? It's on at decent times a day for people to watch it.
Yeah.
Obviously, me and you discussed the other night the ticketing issue that has been. Tickets only went on sale 40 days ago. So, are the authorities actually bothered about it?
Well, this is the thing. Are the ICC putting enough into it? Again, we don't know. But again, it's something that we will see throughout the tournament. Maybe the crowds will get bigger for quarterfinals, semi-finals.
Well, the only way they're going to get bigger is if India are involved.
Well, of course it is. And this is why I asked the question, do India need to win this tournament in order for this to be a successful World Cup?
I think they need to be involved to the latter stages.
Oh, yeah.
I think the ICC's dream will be an India or the big country final. Yeah. And by big country, I mean England, Australia,
South Africa, Pakistan, maybe.
Pakistan.
Yeah. And Pakistan have had a good showing at recent World Cups. So obviously, England beat them in the T20 World Cup final in Melbourne. I think they did okay in 2019 from memory. I'm not sure they reached the semi-finals, but I can't. Correct me on that.
New Zealand beat India, didn't they? Yeah.
New Zealand beat India and England. So absolutely battered Australia. But anyway, look, I'll love you and leave you. We've got to go and prepare and have some dinner and copious amounts of alcohol.
What you gone for on the dinner front?
I went for squid for the starter, and I went for beef, and then panna cotta.
Oh,
you?
I've gone pate.
Oh, nice.
Because I'm a fan of cholesterol.
Yeah,
beef. And then the lemon tart. A bit of a tart au citron.
Oh, very nice.
I'm not quite sure what accent that was.
I didn't realise you were Spanish.
No. I need this tart au citron.
No.
So
anyway, thanks for joining. I can't remember. It'll be Eugene and Simon tomorrow, I believe. It must be because I've done the last 2 nights, so I'm due a night off. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you again soon.
Love you, man.
Bye bye.